everybody, my name is Danny. I'm the hands behind Blowing Bujo. Today's video is my July 2021 setup, with my theme being kind of difficult to explain. This month I was inspired by blog-like themes that I've seen all over Pinterest and Instagram, as well as some simple black pen plant doodles. And then I also bought this really cool type of cardstock that I wanted to incorporate in my theme. So my theme is for this month is kind of a mix of all three of those. So starting with the cover page, I originally wanted to do a simple succulent theme for this month, which is why I had to erase my original sketched out plan and then replace it with a new sketch. This gives the printed paper, wait a minute. Then I went in and drew picture frames to surround the printed paper that I'm going to cut in a moment. This gives the printed paper the vibe of being an art piece on the wall, which I think turns out pretty cute. I then work on drawing out some plants in pen and cutting them out and pasting them in. I also added in some colorful blobs in a specific color palette, including pink, tan, and olive green, and a cool gray. I also accidentally added a really dark gray, or like a black color, which I later replaced with like a chocolatey brown tone. These colors came from a mix of Tombow brush pens, Crayola super tips, and even an alcohol-based marker for the tan color. I used a similar color scheme for my printed paper selections, using a pinkish brick patterned paper, a white and tan checkerboard / picnic blanket patterned paper, and a green leaf patterned paper, and lastly a gray marbling, or like gray marble printed patterned paper. Lastly, I finished out this spread with the title of the month and this month's quote, which is "Bloom where you are planted." On an unrelated note, I kind of wanted to talk about my plants and succulents I have, because that's kind of the inspiration for this month. Because I was thinking of taking my plants off with me to college in August, but also because when I'm in college, I'm going to have to be settling down into a new place, and so that's why I picked my main quote, which is "Bloom where you are planted." It's like, you may be suddenly in a new pot or a new environment, and you just need to settle down and then start growing and blooming again. So anyways, about my plants, they're all pretty much named after different types of bread, or a bread. One of them is named after a bread restaurant. So first we have a sort of insectivorous succulent, which I've named Panera, like the Panera Bread, or like Panera Bread restaurant. And next we have an aloe vera plant, which is iconically named Toast. Next, I have a set of 4 plants in one pot, one of which I've separated into its own pot, and then another one I need to repot, but I haven't gotten to it yet. So, anyways, the separated one is a wave jade. They call it wave jade, but it's part of the, I can't remember the name of the type of plant, but it's called, if you look up wave jade, you'll see the correct one. And I named him Sourdough. And then the 2 that are still in the pot together that I want to separate but haven't yet is one which is a plant called Ogre Ears, and I've named it Baguette. And then the other one is a stone crop Sedium named Crepe. And I'm actually really horrible at keeping these plants, even though they're succulents and they really just kind of want to dry out and chill. So I do recommend y'all who are also not green thumbs but want pretty plants to get this app called Planta. I'm obviously not sponsored because I have 2 subscribers, but I really love this app because I'm very bad at overwatering my plants or underwatering them, just depending. And so this is a great app because basically you just tell it when you last watered it, and you can even put in pictures of your plants and conditions or whatever, but mainly it just gives you notifications of when you need to water your plants. Anyways, getting back to the setup. As for the monthly spread, I started sketching out the calendar and then doing it in pen. From there, I decided to use the brick patterned paper as the background to cut sections to fit and cover the white space on the page. After that, I used my colored markers on white paper and cut them out, forming the letters to spell out the month of July, as well as little blobs to write the days of the week on. I also used the markers to color the top of the boxes. You'll also notice that I made a mistake on the second to last row of the monthly, picking an orange color, which I thought was the tan, and so then I had to go in back with a black or chocolatey color to fix it. Anyways, to finish up the look, I did my sketchy plant drawings and pasted them in. Next, on my habit tracker, I decided to cut out a section to completely cover the page. I chose the leaf pattern to do this because it's my favorite, to be honest. From there, I used stamps on plain paper to create those little months so that I can use them for habit tracking. I then cut and ripped up the paper and pasted it over the top of the patterned paper. On the other page, I wrote out a simple title and drew my symbols for the moods, which, although this page for now looks fairly blank, I'll add in drawings throughout the month for the color, based on my mood, and then I may even go in later and add blobs of color. I'm not really sure yet. Next is my two-page spread for my memories of the month. I went pretty simple and just cut some sections of printer paper, and then I also had some little figures and a plant from another printed paper. I did a simple title again, and I put some blobs underneath, well, like over the title, I guess. Editing Danny here, so I'm going to kind of explain what that is. So my monthly memory spread is a spread that I've only started doing this year, and basically it's a spread where I just paste in stickers, tags from clothing that I bought, tickets, literally sometimes receipts, cards, and all sorts of things just from that month. My last part of this July setup is my first weekly spread. So using blobs of color, I write the days of the week and month over top as headers on the page, and then on the other page I'll set up a rolling weekly spread because in July I'm working, and so because that's all I'm doing, I don't really need little boxes for homework sections. So I thought that since I'm working, of course I'm going to be really busy, and I don't know, with my job I don't have a set schedule, so a lot of times it's just easier to write a master task list and get it done over the course of the week instead of just writing the same tasks every day and not getting them done and then feeling bad about not getting them done. So that's why I did the rolling weekly spread. If you don't know what a rolling weekly spread is, you should go check out Plant-Based Bride's video on it because she does a really good job of explaining it, and I pretty much use it the same way that she uses it. So I think that's it for this month's sub. So I'll hand you off to the final flip through and I'll say goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, you can subscribe or like it. If you don't, that's fine to not do either of that. And I'll see you guys next month. Well, maybe not next month. I have some plans in the works. Some videos for like new college student, you know. Anyways, bye for real now.